for the last few hours, and I've drawn her when we've been in service. Now, with psychic art, often you find that it could be a lady that's around you. It could be somebody that you know. It could even look like yourself. Now, let me give you a little bit of information. If I just walk forward so you have a better view of her. Now, this lady passed early, and she had cancer. I'm feeling that she's coming in on a friend vibration. She's somebody who had a lot of books with her. She enjoyed reading a lot. And very gentle soul. Her heart was a heart of gold, and a lot of people said wonderful things about her as she was on her way through to the other side, but her love and her compassion for people just flowed through to so many people. Does anybody recognise her, or can anybody take the information? No. I'm happy to work with you, yes, yeah. Yeah, sorry. What can I call you? You're Kim, hello. Oh, sorry, yes, of course. Hello, Kim. Kim Joan. Oh, okay. So, what information can you take from what I've given you? Yes. Yes. No. Okay. Okay. Yes, I just felt a real passion for life with this lady, and she gave everything that she had in those few years that she was given. Yeah, she was very full of life. Vivacious. Yes, yes. Okay. Now, when spirit comes through like this, often they come through with a specific message for the recipient, and I just sense a lot of changes around you, Kim. I feel that things are just pushing forward for you on a professional level. Also, I can see that there's a lot of healing coming through in your gifting, more so than you've had before. It's like you're getting a double dose, sorry. And I also feel that you're going to be packing your bags in a few months. Not in a bad way. I just sense that, Spirit are going to give you a little bit of a holiday. A little bit of a holiday, just where you can restore yourself back to full strength again. Because you work so hard. I just feel that, the passion that you have for the work that you do is incredible. And this lady is just, where she was so full of life, she's just coming in as a mirror image of you, in the sense that you have so much to give, you have so much talent inside of you that maybe you haven't even realised yet, but this is something that is just going to push you forward. I can see you on a springboard, just jumping through. Okay. So I'd like to leave her love with you. I'll sign the poster and give it to you later. Thank you, Kim. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you, Shaz, everybody. Shaz, all the way from Littlehampton. Surprised you noticed. Oh, that's a terrible one. That's very Benny Hill. Right, I'm not going to do what some people do on open platforms and do the critique, because it's like, who is, when you're working, who's your best critic? Yourself, right? So I'm not going to do all that, or should have done this, should have done that, because whatever people do, because we all work in different ways. We do, and we all work differently, whether it's psychically, whether it's with spirit, whatever, and how we get the information. I mean, there's 3 different ways, mainly, how we get the information. They are... Lost them again. Are you on my message tonight? Are you all popping off? Yeah, can some... which is called... You've got clairvoyance, the 3 clairs, okay? Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. Clairvoyance is, I can never remember, clairseeing. Clairaudience is hearing. Clair is feeling, right? Each one of you will, how can I put it? You'll get this information. One will be slightly stronger than the other, if that makes sense. You know, you'll have one that's more dominant over the others, okay? And I always find that it's, I mean, if you could pick one to have the real spot-on dominant one, what would you pick? Seeing, right. Yeah, so would I. Sentience, right. I'll tell you why. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just, have you ever with clairaudience, you can mishear things, can't you? Right? With clairvoyance, you can sort of not... If I said to you, you used to do this, put a chair there and said to you, describe that chair, you'll have about 8 different descriptions about the same object. Does that make sense? Clairsentience, feeling, you can never mistake a feeling, can you? If you're miserable, you're miserable. If you're happy, you're happy. If you've got pain, it's that. Yes? But they all work together in harmony. Very harmonious. Right, now, have another volunteer. Now you know I'm not going to critique, you might want to get up. Kim. No. Louise? Come on, girl. Yeah. Ladies, just to the side. No, I didn't introduce her yet. Hang on. Oh, jump the gun, people. They're quite keen out there. They're quite keen out there. Louise. Here's Louise, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Oceana Hotel in the Palace Ballroom, would you please welcome Louise, everybody?
I can't believe I'm up here.
Oh, you're all right.
Yeah.
Nice place to do it.
Yeah. I'd like to come to the lady here with a rusty colour cardigan on. Sorry, I don't know your name. Lynn. Hi, Lynn. First thing I'm seeing is a big wheel. You know, like a big wheel on a fun fair. So it's a big wheel and it's on a seafront somewhere. So I don't know if that means something to you, but that's what I'm seeing. It's a huge big wheel. Is that a memory of maybe somewhere? Okay, I'll just carry on and see if I can get something else. There's a lady in spirit who looks quite similar to you, actually. She's got the same type sort of mouth as you. Her hair is lighter. She's got blonde hair. She's, as I can see her, she's in her late 60s, early 70s. And I'm getting the initial M. What's your name again? Sorry. Lynn, do you know the name of Mary? Because I'm getting a name that starts with M and A. In spirit. Okay. M.A. And she looks similar to you, apart from her hair is lighter. And she's a little bit rounded. She's nice, she's kind, she's soft and gentle, she's really lovely. And I know people say this all the time, but she's got a pinafore on, so you would have known her wearing a pinafore. She would have liked to cook. And she liked to welcome people into her house. And she was quite old-fashioned in that she would give you a proper cup and tea and saucer and a teapot and have it all laid out really nicely. She's showing me plasticine. I don't know why that is. She's showing me a pack of plasticine and things that kids would have played with sort of in the 60s before lots of plastic and modern toys came out. She's showing me a pack of plasticine with the different colours in it. Let me just try and think why she's opening it up. I don't know. Did she like pottery? Because she was linking it to the things you could make, like little pottery cups and things like that. Okay, I'm going to... You can pottery with her, okay, but not the plasticine. So I don't know whether the plasticine may have just been a way of that you could use it to mould little things, little cups and saucers for teddies and dolls and stuff like that. She's saying that you saw a rainbow recently in the sky and that it really meant something to you. Okay. A photograph of one, okay. She's telling me that she's like feeding or watching birds as well in the garden. She's showing me birds being fed. And but on the negative side, they worry that if you feed birds, there might be rats might come by, so you have to be careful and all that. But she's showing me birds and how much she would have loved watching them. She's also given me the name of Brian. I don't know if Brian means anything to you. But, well, the BR anyway, Brian, Barry, I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with Brian because it's the BR sort of sound. Okay. She's showing some cars, children's cars on a thing that goes around like this, and she's saying that your journey recently, in the last 18 months, it hasn't been a straight road. It's been very like this, not going really fast. She's showing it feels quite controlled, but it's like you're doing one thing and then it changes to something else and you're never quite sure where it's going. But she's saying that there's a bright light ahead. I don't mean the bright light, but you're getting there. You're getting there. You're getting very close to where you want to be, and it's not going to be long before the road's going to start straightening out, and things will be much clearer to you. So she wants you to remember that, remember the rainbow, remember the light that's ahead, and she's got children with her in spirit as well. She's shown me 3 young children in spirit that are with her, but her main message is, don't worry, this is smoothing out, and everything's going to be okay, and just keep your head, keep your calm, and everything's going to be okay very soon. In 6 months' time, you're going to look back and wonder what it was all about. Okay, bless you, thank you. Sorry I didn't know about the Brian, I don't know. Thank you.
Well done, Louise. See, right, okay, yeah. When we give messages, like I said earlier, I'm not going to critique people because they're your own critics and everyone works differently anyway. Not everyone will work the same as I work. We're not saying people work how Peter works or how Rose works or how Shirley works. You know, everyone works differently. And it's like you're your own worst enemy always anyway, because you always think you'd never come off thinking, that was brilliant. I was brilliant. You never do that. I mean, it's like, yeah, I won't go there. Northern story. Right. Yeah. Oh, I was lucky. Been lucky for 20 years. Where's it going? Right. Any other volunteers? Come on, there's got to be one more. I will pick someone. I know, Dave's going to cop it in a minute. We need a gentleman to balance it out, don't we? Right, okay. Now, yes, a good message because it's personal to that person. Yes? Right, now, there's a couple of things because it's like many of you have seen it, many of you've heard it. If you all go to your churches, you know, you hear it quite often, and it's like they come in somewhere and I find it quite funny or quite bizarre. Whoever's communicating always loved you so much. Suppose your father was an abuser and he's connected in. Do you say that? No, you wouldn't. You'd be scared to say it though, wouldn't you? But it's like, you've got to be honest. It's the one thing. You have to be honest with it. I mean, you don't actually stand there in front of a load of people going, oh, but your dad was a right time to, but, you know. Tone it down a bit, but usually 9 times out of 10, they come forward to apologise anyway. Do you understand that? Yeah? Okay, and it's like, you never give out, what's the word I'm looking for? I think Ray was in church once, and the woman medium said to this lady, oh, don't go out at night, you mustn't, I think she was on a bike. Was it a bike? Yeah. And it's like, oh, don't use your bike to go out at night, you'll be killed. Over, walk. Don't do that. It's obviously not right, because spirit is there to heal and love, not to destroy. Okay? Plus the fact, if you're meant to get run over by a bus at that point, you're going to get run over. I'm glad Mary's got more and more cheerful in her old age. Yeah, I'm going to die anyway, wasn't Mary? No, you don't. You don't. We don't usually get the information. Does that make sense? You don't get that information. And it's like, because it's there to build, not destroy. Simple as that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a big, I was coming on to that. It's got, because you do have a personal responsibility to that person, to the communicator, to spirit. That's it. Who's your boss? Spirit's your boss. Yeah. It's like I tell all my mates, it's like they're normal people. And it's like they're going on, oh, they'll find what I do a bit bizarre, but never mind. And it's like, I say, no, the wages aren't good, but I'll tell you what, my boss has got a brilliant retirement plan for me. You know, you better have. I need a volunteer, David. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you've done this before, and yeah, I thought. Hang on a minute, excuse us. Never, really. No. David does do healing. You do healing, don't you? Thank God for that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oceana. Where are we? Oceana, the hotel ballroom. Please welcome Mr. David, everybody. Not working that one. Mike's coming through.
1, 2. Sorry. So when you was at school, I feel that, how can I say? It was a school that if you did something wrong, you had the slipper. Is that right? Many times. But not you personally. Not you personally. Yeah. All right. I don't know where else I'm going actually. Was you very good at English?
No, definitely not.
No. Maths?
Maths I was really good.
Good. Did you pass your 11 plus? Yes, did. Yeah. And you used to draw on the, I'm getting that you used to draw on the wall when you was a child. No, your dad, he used to draw on walls. Is your mum in spirit? I'm getting that she used to do a lot of baking, cakes. And she used to have you round for tea in the afternoon and a cup of tea and sponge cake that she made. I don't know where else I'm going now. And you used to have, when you had like tea in the afternoon, you sort of had got cards out and playing cards? Play a lot of cards. Card games. And you used to play for pennies and tuppences. And you used to put it in the middle and whoever won at the end took it. You used to have an open fire in the front room. And did you used to clean it out? The fireplace? Right. And you used to get the coal from the back garden, with the bucket, load the bucket up with the coal and bring it in and help clean. Did your mum used to do the step with the red or the brass? Right. I'll say that you had a blue door to the house. Did it have 3 numbers, the door? Like 146 or 258? Did it have 3 numbers?
Cheers. I can't remember. Sorry.
The name of the road, did it begin with a G? The road that you lived in?
I've lived in so many places. That's probably a given.
Oh, you lived in so many different places.
Yeah.
Did you used to have chickens
No.
in the garden? Sorry, no, I'm not getting anything else. I'm sorry to say.
That's brilliant.
All right then. Well, it's nice to work with you.
And you, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done. Right, and that's the first time Dave's ever done anything like that, ever. Okay, you know, and it's a good thing there because, and it does happen, because you'll get up in front of people, or it happens one-to-ones, you will get nothing, it won't happen. And you'll have one of them nights when you get nothing. What's the best thing to do? Be honest, just say, sorry, not getting anything. That's it, early night for everybody, you know, best way to do it. Also, I mean, Dave there started psychically working, don't know if you noticed, and then all of a sudden he felt your father coming. Yep, right. Nothing wrong with that either, okay, because if you've not got a communicator, as long as you tell them what you're doing, especially in the churches, because they'd understand most of it, said, oh, I've not got a communicator at the moment, but I'd like to work a bit, I'd like to start with psychic work. If you want, you can go to someone. 9 times out of 10, as you're working psychically, someone will step in. Simple as that, and then you just move it on to that. I mean, because the two sort of go together they dovetail, psychic work and spiritual work. And also, it will happen, you'll have moments where nothing will happen. And it's like, again, you're your own worst enemies, because some of you might be thinking here, like Louise, oh, I don't want to do that, I can't do that. But you do one-to-ones, don't you? Yeah, that's yes, that's a yes, right? But because some people think, and Shirley, how long have you been sitting in circle? Yeah, but how many long? Hard work, innit? How long did you sit in circle? I'm doing that patronising thing again. All right, love, are we all right? Thank you. You sat in load for years, didn't you? Yes? Right. And my first ever platform was with this lady. It was, and that was 2023. Yeah. No, it's now, isn't it? 2003. 2023. It was yesterday. Yeah, it was me and Sho did the first one. I did my first ever demo with Sho. Sho's been doing it for years. And you still get, oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I'm very nervous, right? That's normal, because what'll happen is you don't get confident doing it. Because somebody will think, oh, I want to make sure I'm really confident about this. You won't get it, forget it, okay? But what you will get is a trust of spirit that makes sense? Get trust of spirit. I mean, I'm not confident. I've been doing, God knows, 20 years. It's like, I never know what's going to happen, because some of you, and you've seen how different mediums work, some mediums will get the information or get a communicator before they start working. Some have actually said it, haven't they? Oh, I had this gentleman, etc. Nothing wrong with that. It's fine.
Yeah, while I'm waiting, sometimes I'm waiting my turn.
Yeah.
I get something.
Yeah, see, some people will get that. Some people won't get I don't get a bloody thing till I've opened my mouth in front of people, which is quite nerve-wracking. But I don't get it until I'm up there. I don't get anything before, anything, just draw. That's the word. Somebody had the jury come in my head. That was Ian Jury. I want to be straight. What was I talking about? Yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, that's it. I didn't get anything then at all. Yeah, you don't get anything. I don't get anything before, and because we're coming to the end. Any questions? Because we're coming to the end of it. The tea and cake's out there. You're gagging, aren't you? Yeah. We wanted the Northern story that you promised. Oh yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. When I first started, I used to go about with, all know Derek Robinson, or you've heard Derek Robinson and Keith Charles, okay? And this was in what I would call the heyday, because it's in theatres, it's been a bit... I've really nearly swore there. Okay. And, that was in the heyday, before it's all sort of been, because it's been killed off now with the Sally Morgans and that. When Keith Charles would go to a theatre, and it'd be 400 or 500 seat of theatre, be sold out. Okay, this was back in 2003. And they went to me, right, you're getting up. Oh, I wasn't getting up. And we was at this theatre. Who remembers the good old days? Yeah, it was in the theatre that the good old days was held, which is the Variety Leeds Theatre. Funny enough, in Leeds. Okay, and for some reason, down at the right arm, they was letting them bring their drinks in. And Dale's going, looking drinking out there, what's the matter with it, Dale. And Dale liked to drink. And then it was like Keith would start, and he would introduce me, he'd do about maybe 2 messages, and then I'd come on for about 20 minutes. And then I'd go off, then Keith would wrap up the evening, about another hour and a half. And I've only done a couple of churches with Shirley, Wimbledon basically, wasn't it? And it was sold out. I think it's 450, 460 people. And I will add to it, drunken Northerners. Yeah. And me with my accent. All right, lads, how we doing? All right. And anyway, it's just me I've gone on. And I thought, right, the best way to start any evening or anything, and we all know it, is to raise a smile, isn't it? Yeah. I said, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me, because you do. I'd like to explain a few things. I like to work differently to Keith, because I like to stand here and you give me messages. I thought it was quite funny. But I had the same reaction then as I just got there. 400 people, you could have heard a pin drop. It was awful. And the night didn't get better after that. And on the way back, we was going to Melton Mulberry to do another den because we stayed overnight. And I thought, that's it, sod this. I'm going to see what this healing malark is all about. Oh no, sod that. And we stopped off at Sherwood Forest, which is in Nottingham. Okay, and Dale bought me this. And he blessed it, and I wore it. And then that night, I went, I'm not doing it. You're not like a kid. Not going. And Dale went, you're getting on. Shut up. Fair enough. So I did 20 minutes. Went swimmingly well. It was okay, which is a nice thing. The example is, you have bad nights, you just get over it. Because it's like any other work you do. It's like the expression, we all have a bad day at the office, don't we? Yeah. Same thing. Okay. You're not letting, because people think, oh, let me down, let the spirit down. No, we are, at the moment, just human. And our own feelings and fears will interfere sometimes with our work. It's natural, it's normal. Don't beat yourself up. You're not perfect. I am. But the majority of people aren't. But, yes. Any other questions before we finish?
It was a Wednesday evening, and I was drinking a cup of tea out in the passage where we were, waiting to go for the medium, and Derek came up to me and he said, Shirley, you'll have to go up there and do your bit. And I looked and I said, what bit, Dale? He said, your bit. He said, you'll have to go up and do your bit. I said, I don't know what about? He said, I get you to sit in a circle. He said, you've got to go up and do, I what? He said, well, the medium hasn't turned up. He said, I've got a lot of people in here. He said, I can't give all the money back, so you've got to go up there.
That was Mick, what's his name, the East London bloke, wasn't it, who didn't turn up? It was a Sunday night, wasn't it? It was a Sunday night special. Yeah, because you had to go up with someone else. That was me. It was me, because I went there to help down on the door. I forget his name, Mick. I think his name is Mick, East London boy, or I think he's passed now. And he didn't turn. Mike Matthews. It was Mike Matthews. He didn't turn up, and he did say to me, right, I was out smoking then. I was outside having a fag. By the way, if you work in America, never say that. All right. So I just had a fag in my mouth. And they'll come around, right, you're on. I went, what are you talking about? Go on. I was in a pair of jeans, a scruffy old sweatshirt. He went, no. So me and Shirley go and do it. Oh, it was me and you that did it. It was all right, actually. It was all right, wasn't it? I don't know. This is back in 2003 again, wasn't it? Yeah, because Shirley does her bits. Yeah, she holds bits of jewellery. There was no full stop there. She takes bits of, which is, as you all know, is psychometry. Nothing wrong with that at all, because they're all just tools. It's like cards, everything. They're just tools we use to get whatever information we get. You don't actually need them. But it's always nice to have that crutch, as it were. Yeah. A what? A comfort blanket. No. Well, there's some witches who do the old pagan way, with proper playing cards, by the way. And don't play poker, she'll fleece you. Anyway, we come to the end, so you'll get your tea and cake, whatever, but thank you very much. God bless. See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.